Quantum computers are no longer a myth, it's a reality. If you look at Gartner, recently published a hype cycle, which shows exactly when banks should migrate to quantum computing.
Amal, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today at the FF Tattoo Studio here at the Fintech Talents Festival 2025. The idea of this is the CEO of NVIDIA, he has an NVIDIA tattoo. And that is how you make $1 trillion company. What is your relationship with Wultra, and more importantly, why?
Yeah, so starting with why I maybe joined Wultra, because I've been interested in a company that is more future oriented than solving situations that are in right now. With Wultra, what we're doing is building a future for authentication for banks. I'm not getting into details here. So that is what kind of got me into the product first, as in it's very future oriented and what they do. My role, because we are originated from Czech Republic in Prague, but my role has been trying to get the company into different markets. So my markets are the UK and also Netherlands, and we do have a couple of markets. So basically working with major banks across these areas, trying to get into that conversation about future-proofing authentication is basically the role in a nutshell.
What is it about you that you find passionate about music, but also clearly passionate about growth and authentication?
It's not generally just authentication, it's the values that the company holds for me, right? Cybersecurity in general is a field that I've been interested in for a while. I do have a history and a past of cybersecurity and technology in general. So passion has always been around that area for me, which kind of gets me excited to go to work. So with authentication, again, it's a journey where we work with a lot of different banks, understand really challenging things about them on a daily basis. I mean, banks, you can imagine major banks, the situation we go through to get to point A to B, there's a lot of learning to do. So that's what kind of gets me excited and have that passion. I always had the passion for technology and cybersecurity. So with Wultra, it has been very helpful in kind of exploring that passion and mixing it up with work. Otherwise, you won't be able to get up to go to work every day. So
Quantum computing, why is that important?
Quantum computers are no longer a myth, it's a reality. If you look at Gartner, recently published a hype cycle, which shows exactly when banks should migrate to quantum computing or quantum resistant cryptography. All the systems that you use today, right, in terms of cryptography, authentication, all this will become obsolete when quantum computers are there. So the guideline is in the next 4 to 5 years from National Cybersecurity Centre UK and also Gartner. So Gartner said 2029, all banks should move to quantum safe crypto. Cybersecurity Centre UK is between 2028 to 2035 that everybody should migrate, especially banks and fintechs, because the data has a lot of shelf life with banks. So you could collect the data today and decrypt later in 4 years' time, because it still has the same value. There was a recent Fintech Festival in India, and one of the main speeches by the Indian cybersecurity chairman, board chairman or so, was that it's going to be like a Y2K event, and in the next couple of years, so India should prepare for this part. But again, in the markets that we operate in mostly, like EU and the UK, a lot of the banks here are already forward thinking. So we've been having conversations with a bunch of banks. So they already understand that they have quantum teams in place. So they are in the process of trying to find the right vendors to move ahead. So we're having this chat. So not everybody is on board, but a lot of them really understand the importance of actually trying to migrate and go ahead right now.
If everybody was on board, I'd be worried, because then it's just sheep thought.
Well, eventually we want everybody on board, each bank or globally to be quantum safe and be with Wultra, by the way.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak. We need a quick picture up there, but that looks good.